Hey everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. Alright, so working on this Western Birds junk journal today. So I have our cover pieces, a lot more flat, not warped anymore. So yeah, so ready to get started. So I think in this video today we're going to go over the papers that I chose, some of the ephemera that I'm going to use, and I'm going to start folding the papers to be the right size for the journal. So this is kind of an odd size journal. It's 7 3/4 inches wide and by 7 inches high. So really an interesting size. The 7 inches high is not a problem. It's the 7 3/4 inch wide thing that it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge, and it's not bad. It's just I'm gonna have to think a little extra hard on some of these papers. So anyway, so having said that, let me kind of walk you through what I've pulled together. But first, I'm gonna show you. So I went ahead and you saw me tear apart that back cover. Oh, I think I just closed that. You saw me tear apart that back cover. So I did all that, and then I cleaned up everything as good as I could. Actually, I was scrubbing them somewhat hard enough that some of the paint was coming off, or whatever, the color. But these are about as clean as they're gonna get. So here's all the different birds and numbers and things. Yeah, I think these turned out really good. Really interesting, fun shapes. This is the one that had the marker and it said sold on there. I'm not sure that I can salvage this little guy. I actually did take sandpaper and kind of sand away some of it. But I think I can get this guy. There's enough of him and his face that he'll look okay. Unfortunately, they wrote right over this little guy's face, so I couldn't really save that one. But we'll see. I'll figure out what I can do with him maybe. But yeah, so here's just kind of a quick look at how these turned out. These are going to be really fun for turning into ephemera and like tuck spots and things. This one especially, I just really like, and you know, they're a little bit delicate, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful with those. And then here, this way is up. So I removed all the extra stuff, and so now this is a hexagon or octagon, I'm not sure, but it'll fit, but it's just a hair too big height wise. So I may trim that down. I don't know, I'm not sure yet, but so there's that, and this will become part of the journal, because I think it'll be fun to be able to match up these numbers with the birds and stuff. So sorry, my phone constantly going off these days. So there's all of that. So I'm going to put all of this back into this little pouch so it gets protected and doesn't, you know, get hurt or anything. So we'll come back to that later. Probably not in this video for sure. Probably in the next one. So yeah, okay, so we've looked at the cover. So let me show you some of the book pages that I found. I have quite a few how to paint, how to draw books. My grandma was real into that, you know, later in her life, and she had collected, I think, throughout probably my lifetime, a bunch of different books, because they're all kind of from the, I think, 60s and 70s, from what I can tell. So I went through a bunch of those, and I picked out ones that were primarily kind of trees and stuff. So, and then the back side, you're going to see a lot of things, you know, about how to draw, whatever. But so here's kind of one of those books, and Unfortunately, some things are going to be upside down, so this will be the primary image. This one was, I think, on acrylic or oil painting. But again, I thought even if I didn't use this as a book page, this could be a nice journaling card. But then this would be a nice book page too. So I may slice this off at the top and then use this as a journaling card. But then there's this one too. So really just kind of nice images and stuff. So here's that one. This one I believe is on acrylic. It doesn't matter, but I saw the little bird. I thought that was really cute. And then I guess you're gonna get some buildings and stuff. And then this was how to do that painting, so I'll include that in here. This one was notes on trees and how to draw those. Doesn't really apply on the back side, but I thought again these could be nice little journaling cards. Really interesting. So this one of course for the tree. Oh, and then I pulled out some farm ledger from, I have some farm ledgers from an estate sale. So these are not super old. These are 1948. So late 40s, I think, maybe early 50s. So these are, yeah, from 1948. So these will become book pages. So here's more just general landscaping, and these are obviously very large, so I'll have to cut them down and, you know, use what I can. I don't know that I want them to overtake the journal. This one's gorgeous. It's just really gorgeous. And then there's the back side. So I feel like I should scan this, but it's not anything I could scan and sell, so sorry, there's a big truck going by. You guys must think I live on a busy street, and I guess it kind of is. I'm on an offshoot from a busy street in a residential area, and so there's a lot of traffic, I guess, that goes by to get to their homes and stuff by way of my house. But so like this one, I'm gonna have to kind of measure and see how this is gonna work, because like as you can see, a lot of the image is gonna get lost. I guess you wouldn't have to go all the way to the top, but the tree is the most important part, I think. Or maybe like down here. So that's what I'll be trying to work on today, is to figure out the best way to capture the best part of the images for this journal. So again, I think this one would be good for journaling cards. Redwood trees here. So I don't know how much. Actually, we could probably do two pieces of this, and you'd have a nice scene on both, because this is kind of like bushes and stuff down here, and then you'd see the treetops up there. And then of course we've got some music paper. Wouldn't be a junk journal without music paper. This came from a book on how to learn to play the mandolin. So kind of super random. Sorry about that. Somebody's getting some work done on their house. They're big trucks. This came from a book with some like little sayings and stuff, but I picked out some foliage type leaves and things, so these will be folded this direction. This from another book, but I think this will be a good journaling card here. This came from a book about Darwin. Again, I thought some good journaling or ephemera pieces there. Same with this one. I don't know that I'll use this entire book page, because really it's not overly helpful. So obviously this little bird here will make an appearance. Yeah, and we don't need the rest of this. So this came from somebody's thesis. This is someone's thesis. I found this at the Goodwill or a thrift shop, I think. Probably not a Goodwill. Thrift shop. This paper is amazing. It's like, I think, onion skin paper and typed, the whole thing. So I pulled out 2 pages from there, and we'll use that as book page. Obviously, we've got some Edith Holden. Picked out two images that would be, you know, birds. So figure out a way to use those. And then I've got a bunch of gardening books. So these are just going to be randomly throughout, and then they'll be sideways like this. But I tried to find ones that were like trees and shrubs and stuff. Here's another one. Really, really cute. Somehow I'll figure out how to maybe connect these two and do them like this. That might be good. But this came from another, I think it's called In the Garden. It's an English, from England book. Here's one from How to Draw Trees. And so some of these are kind of empty actually. Kind of. Some pages are empty, I think, for you to draw on. But yeah, these are really great. And the thing I liked about all of these how to draw and how to paint pages, they're in the same time frame as the puzzle box itself. So I thought that they would work really well. This was just randomly in there, so I pulled that out. Another from just a gardening book here. Same with this one, just random shrubs and trees and things, and a different gardening book here. And then this is from, yeah, another gardening book. I have a lot of those. So again, I'll clean up the edge here and we'll just do these sideways. So, and of course, you know, you've got birds, you've got to have some flowers. So I pulled this one out because I thought this would be nice in the journal. Okay, so other than those, I also went through all of my kind of digitals that I've got printed and tea-dyed and basically kind of ready to go. And so I picked out a bunch of papers from there, and I've already sized these to the height. Most of these are going to be folded in the middle. But yeah, so I kind of stuck to like ledger, kind of vintage old style. We've got some graph paper, and then instead of ripping it off, I just folded this to make a pocket. Same with this one. It's kind of like an empty ledger. Another one, empty ledger. If you guys have been watching my channel, you probably recognize this image. This one I had printed off on this khaki tan paper. So I'll put that in the journal. Thought this was nice. So we've got some eco dyeing digital prints. I believe these are from Gail Agostinelli's shop. I don't believe I've bought any others from except for hers. And actually I haven't used any of these yet. They've been sitting ready to be used for at least over a year. So I picked out a few from there. We've got a couple of those. Really, really awesome. These are just printed on both sides, and then again I folded it to make a pocket. Again, oh, I need to fix that. Printed on both sides, and these will be great for just journaling and sort of blank pages. So there's that. Some more like that. And then another one where I've turned it into a pocket. This, I can't remember the name of the shop off the top of my head, but I had purchased, they had a sale not too long ago, and I purchased a whole bunch of their, like a really good sale. I purchased a whole bunch of their digital kits, and so these next few pages are from that shop. I'll link everything that is digital kits down below that I can find, just in case you're curious. Yeah, these are all from that same shop. So really just trying to stick to old and vintage and a little bit of botanical. I picked this one because, you know, cherry blossom branch. I thought it would be good. And then you've got some roses on that side. But yep. And then these are, I believe, from Digital Collage Club. It's from, well, anyway, I'll have that link down below. I don't remember the name of the kit itself. But there were these two sheets in there, which were kind of birds, and a little nod to birds. And I thought that they would be nice in there too. So anyway, so there's all of those. Now, how to go about pulling this all together. So I've got these basically ready. I need to fold these. So I think I'll just go ahead and do that. As you saw from the book pages and whatnot, I have some edges that I need to clean up. I think what I'll do is clean up the edges, fold them in a way that will, so I'm going to have to fold some of these so that there's a longer side and a shorter side. So this is going to, this journal is going to be real interesting, but I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and put you guys on fast forward through this because it will take me a bit of time to do that and be very boring for you. So I'll go ahead and put you on fast forward, and then I'll come back after all that's done and we'll kind of put the signatures together and see how many signatures we've got happening. I didn't pull any blank tea-dyed paper out. To be honest with you, I think we've got lots and lots of papers here. I don't know that I need to include blank pages because all of these are basically blank on the other side. So there's going to be plenty of writing space, but I may pull some of that out at the end. We'll see how that goes. I do like having smaller papers and stuff in there. So anyway, okay, I'll stop rambling and I'll get to work. Okay guys, so I've got a pretty good stack of papers here. To be honest with you, I think I pulled out too many. I may have to cut back on some of these book pages and some of these others. We'll see. I don't know how many signatures we're going to get out of this, but I feel like I've got enough here for 2 books. So, anyway, so at this point, what I would typically do is count the number of pages that I have here and I guess divide that. I like to keep my signatures to be about 8 pages each. So I'm going to count here. 1, 3, 21, 22. Okay, so I made 2 different piles. This one is a pile of just kind of more generic things that if I needed to pull, I would pull from here. I'm going to write down this one number here. So 22. Now let's count what we've got over here. I'll do kind of the same thing where the more generic ones I'll probably put in a separate pile. So 1, 46, 47, 48. Okay, so we've got 48. So, a little bit of quick math. 48 plus 22 is 70 pages. 70 divided by 8 is, let's see, clear, 70 divided by 8 is 8.75. So, okay. Let's say we did 10 pages per signature. We got 7 signatures worth here. Which is way too many. So, okay, let's, okay, so if I did even 50 papers, and keep in mind, I haven't added any lined or notebook paper or anything like that yet. I do want to decorate pretty well on this journal. I think the Coptic stitch binding is going to be nil for this one. So for those of you who are excited about seeing me do that, I actually have a planner that I had started late last year that I wanted to do a Coptic stitch on. So I will make sure and do that on camera so that you guys can actually see that. So I will need to still practice for that. But okay, so I'm going to get rid of at least 20 pages right now. So these 2 piles right here are the piles that I definitely want to keep. I want to keep some from each of these, but let me just count these real quick. So 1, 2, and then these won't matter. 18, 19, 20. So there's 20 right there. Okay. So if I will keep those in this pile here. So now I have 50 pages, including all of these. Let's see. So, okay, 50 divided by 8, let's say, is 6.25 pages. Or 6 and a quarter. Just over 6 signatures. Wow. So still too many if we did them as 8 pages per signature. I think I'm going to pull out some of these that are not necessarily perfect for this one. So this will be one. We'll keep this one. I like that one. We can get rid of this graph paper one. Keep this one. Lose that one. I like this one. I like this one. And we've got several of these already, so I'll let this one go. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we've got 45 pages. This is the hardest part. 45 divided by 8 is about 5 signatures. So let's see. 45 divided by 9 is 5 signatures. So we're going to have 5 signatures of 9 pages each. And I'm not going to add any extra blank papers or notebook paper or anything. So these are the papers that we're going to have. So now, 5 signatures. Yeah, definitely can't do the Coptic stitch, I don't think, on this one. It's just going to be way too bulky. Coptic stitch binding is a lot better if you are going to just use it as like a writing journal and not add extra embellishments and stuff. So I'm sorry if that's kind of what you wanted to see, but that's unfortunately I don't think it would be a very usable book if we did it that way. I mean, it would be gator mouth before it was even to the owner, the new owner. So and then that's not fun to work in because then you can't really do much of anything. So okay, now I'm just organizing these by the type of paper that they are, and then we'll start making our signatures. I'm hoping that this journal or this video isn't super long, but I think I want these two to be middle of the signature. So I'm going to set these two aside separately. These are special. These two I want to join together with some fabric or something. So actually let's go ahead and do that real quick right now. Since I'm thinking about it, oh, you know what we could do? Should we do sari silk? That would be kind of cute. Ooh, some of this sari silk maybe would be nice because it's kind of leafy. Let's do that. Or, and then also we have this. That would be pretty too. No, I think I like the leafy one. Oops. Okay. So let me take off a little bit of this. I've been excited to use some of this, so this is fun. Okay. I'm going to grab my scratch paper here so I don't get my work surface all messed up. So the basic thing to think about when you're doing this is just keep like a little bit of a, and actually I should clean this up a little bit. Keep a little bit of space between the two pages. I'm going to just and then that way you don't have to have extra bulk in the spine with any, you know, random, that was not the word I wanted, with any extra paper in there for folding. So clearly I have not had enough coffee this morning, guys. This is like, I need some more sleep or something. Well, I guess I could take a nap this afternoon. It's gorgeous outside. So I mentioned in my video yesterday I was considering running to that Tuesday. This is upside down. Running to that Tuesday morning. That's about an hour away. And so yeah, so yesterday was my birthday. You know, I had the day off, which was really a lot of fun, and just really been enjoying having some free time this week. Both of my bosses in my annual review recently were kind of like, you should take some time off. So Oh, I was like, okay. So I picked a week where I didn't have any meetings at the time, or very many meetings, and then like the week before I was on vacation, completely booked full of all kinds of meetings this week that I'm missing now. So I'm like, frustrating. But anyway, back to Tuesday morning. So yesterday for my birthday, I treated myself to a pedicure, which is not something I do very often. But you know, oh, it's so nice. So I went to a new place to me. I don't want to cover all that up. But I've heard a lot of really good things about, and it was a really, really nice, just kind of a little treat. And now my toes are really cute. So after that, I just decided, okay, well, I had a few things to drop off at the Goodwill, so I did that, and then interstate was kind of nearby, so I jumped on the interstate and took myself on down to Tuesday morning, and so it was nice. The store was really nice. For those of you who have been to a Tuesday morning store, it was a really nice building. It looked like it was a fairly new building actually too. So anyway, so walked in and started shopping. Found the crafting aisle and was just generally disappointed. It was pretty bare. Let's see, I think I like this one first. Yeah, let's do that. It was pretty bare. Mostly it was kind of like the King art supplies, and then they had some Spectrum Noir art pens and things like that. I ended up buying some the Spectrum Noir Illustrator markers that they had there. So I bought those, and then was looking through the paper. They really didn't have any stamps or ephemera at all, and anything that I would have wanted was definitely not there. It was a lot of like springtime, bright colors, that kind of stuff. I think maybe more for card makers. So not anything I was really overly interested in. And so, yeah, their paper pads were basically non-existent. They had a bunch of frozen paper pads, and then some random Christmas ones that, you know, they were cute, but I wasn't going to buy those. And a lot of that was on clearance. I'll put that in that pile. So anyway, so I ended up, and they had kind of a lot of stuff on clearance too, but I didn't see any, I need to concentrate. I did not see any food whatsoever. Not that I would have bought any anyway, because most of it I can't even eat anymore. But I was kind of surprised about that. Let's see. I think these turned out really cool, folded. And yeah, this was upside down. Okay, so there's that one. How are these? These need to go this direction. Okay, so there's those. So anyway, overall, I was just plain kind of disappointed in it. And let's see. I'm going to reorder these things in a way that, so that when I pull from these piles, it's not the same type of paper, one right after another. So, okay, we've got 5 signatures, so I'm going to make 5 piles. And I'll do that with these and with these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now when I put these together, they're going to be a little bit more random. So anyway, so yeah, Tuesday morning is out of my system. Oh, So, and then the other thing I was going to mention, as I was checking out, I think the lady that was checking me out was maybe the store manager, just based off the way that she was kind of working and wasn't the main checker-outer person. Yeah, I said checker-outer. And so, you know, they always ask you for your email and whatnot and your zip code. And so I mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, that I was from the city an hour away. And I was, you know, how frustrating it is that they closed all of our stores and kept that one open. And I was like, I bet you do you have a lot of people from my city come? And she's like, actually, yeah, we have a whole lot of people come and shop. And I was like, are they also very frustrated? And she's like, yeah, actually they are. She's like, I really don't understand quite why they made that decision. And she said really the thing that she thought was what happened was they couldn't come to an agreement on the leasing for the buildings that they were leasing from in my city. And the one that I would have thought would have had the least expensive lease was the one that they closed first. And she said, actually, that happened before all of the rest of the stores were decided to be closed. So that was just a happenstance kind of thing. And it didn't really have any effect, like the rest of the stores closing didn't really have an effect on that. Like, I guess that one was struggling and whatnot anyway and stuff. So, which I understand because shopping in that one was not overly fun. It was pretty messy. It was a very old building and just not really quite what I would have wanted to do. So, okay, so now let me find a good page to start our journal with. Ooh, this would be a really good page. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I don't know how she feels about. Oh, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Okay, so like usual, what I'll try. Okay, so I've got more in these two piles than I have in these two piles. So I'm gonna pull from these two more often, and then these are the blank pages, and then these are like the ledgery and words kind of pages. And then over here I have my two middle pages. So we said 9 pages, 9 papers for each signature. So just go ahead and get started. 2, 3, 4, gotta figure out how they go here. 4, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six. Nope. 7. 8. Actually, no, I want this one. 8. And let's do one of these in the middle. 9. Okay, so there's that one. This might be a busy journal. I might still need to take some more pages out, but we'll do this first and then go from there. Okay, so there's that. I think I want to do this one first, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, So anyway, yeah, I ended up buying a few things, but honestly, I don't feel the need to go back again anytime soon. It's really sad because I think, it seems like Tuesday morning's trying to get out of the crafting business in a way, you know? So, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, those two are too much alike. 8. Cute. 8, and let's do this one. 9 in the middle. Okay, so there's 3 signatures. I think I'm gonna get rid of a few more of these. Don't know that we need all of these because these are just gonna make the journal super busy. But anyway, so I'll go back and do that later. I don't know that I like this as the beginning. Let's do this instead. Yep, that's better. So 1, 2. I need one that folds on the other side. 3. 4. 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Ooh, that's not a good one. Okay, we're going to be redoing some of this. There's just a little bit too much activity happening, I think. So there's 1. 2. Let's see, that's upside down. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. I think I counted wrong. 7. 8 and 9. Now we'll throw that one in there for good measure. 10. Okay. So here we go. Okay, this will be a good size then. So it's gonna get chunkier. But let's just kind of see how we're standing at this point. Alright, so they fit really well. I need to trim that one just a little bit better. So let's just quickly flip through these and just see where I might want to make some changes. So I've still got these blanker papers. I think I'm going to keep these handy. So there's 3 there. These are still pretty busy. I think the rest of these are pretty busy. There's a fourth one. I like that. Got those two in there. Okay, so I'm going to pull out some blank and notebook papers, and we're going to do a little bit more swapping, and hopefully we'll end up with something that's not going to make you feel overwhelmed just by flipping through. These are cool, but they're somewhat thick. I'm going to pull these out. These might be good for ephemera, or, you know, as backers to journaling cards and stuff. So, okay. A lot of this is slated to be backers for journaling cards. I have random book pages in here. I really need to go through this and clean it out. It's supposed to just be notebook, you know, tea-dyed notebook paper and whatnot, so. Okay. I actually do think one or two of these wouldn't be so bad. I like the darker color. Sometimes it's kind of nice breaking up of things. So pull those out. Okay. These two are cardstock. Those are, I'll use that in something different. Got a couple blank papers here. I'm looking for notebook paper. Ooh, or this kind of paper would be nice. Let me pull two of these out. I don't know that we'll need all of this, but I kind of am looking for different styles of tea dyeing and just kind of variations of different kinds and colors. So I don't really want all the planner stuff. And these shouldn't be in here either. I got a lot of stuff in here that shouldn't be in here. Oh, that's cool. I forgot about that. Okay, well, I need to tea dye some more lined paper, it looks like. So, okay. Note to self. Let's go ahead and do some of that this week. Alright, so let me put this back. Yeah, I really do need to go through this and clean it out. Okay. So I'm just going to go signature by signature, and where I see things that don't quite look good or feel quite right, I'll make some substitutions. So far, actually, this one's not too bad. I'm going to fold this the other direction. What I really like that's happening is you're getting this really cool layered effect, and I didn't really plan for that or kind of expect it, but this we'll definitely cover this with something. But it's pretty cool what's happening with it, so this is, I think, going to be a really, really interesting and fun journal. So, okay. Got little bits and pieces of things happening there. That'll be a pocket. Yeah, I think this one's good. I don't think I want to do anything here. The way I ripped this one, I made sure and kept this white space because I thought this would be really cool for like some journaling area. So, okay, no changes in that one. Let's go on this one. think so partly I can do this where I'm folding things in the different direction, which I think will kind of help too. So maybe don't need to switch papers out necessarily, just change the way that they're folded. So, yep, I like that a lot better. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, definitely like that better. That's really cool how that's gonna look. Again, I'm not a huge fan of what's happening here. Those colors aren't quite right, so. Okay, yeah, that's better. I like that. Not my favorite, so I'm going to remember this. We may switch this one out. Then we've got a pocket page. I like this. We've got a double pocket page, kind of. Yeah, I don't know if I like this one. I think I like this better. I think that'll look cool. So, okay. Just gonna go ahead and fold this in half, and then height-wise I can fix that later. Okay, so let's go back. So you won't see this peeking out top and bottom. Yeah, I definitely like that better. The blues are kind of going better. Yeah, definitely like this better. Okay. So there's that. Trees, trees, trees. Gotta have a lot of trees for our birdies to live in, right? Yeah, I like this a lot better than it was before. So got a nice variety there. Okay, so I'll put this other one off to the side. Okay, now this one we're definitely gonna have to decorate the front. Not bad. Kind of different, but not bad. I like that. It's a little bit busy here. It's on the other side. I think I'm gonna add a page in here. So let's just add this one. Yeah, I like that. And then this one's fairly thin, so it's not gonna really bulk anything up. So, okay, there's that one. Got our autumn page here. This is the one that I was kind of, worried about. I think I'm gonna cover this with some kind of blank paper. Firstly, because it's upside down. And I think some craft paper or some other kind of paper on here, somewhat thin paper, but that isn't see-through, I think will look really cool. So we'll do that, and then this will be, this one's pretty glorious. I love this one. This one again, it's cool. I do like it. I think I'll be adding decoration and stuff, so hopefully that'll kind of get knocked back. And actually, I may take some gesso to some of this and kind of do that too. We'll see. But so far, I don't love this, so I kind of want to keep out. I kind of want to cover that up. We might do like a tuck spot up in the corner here or something to kind of hide that, but okay, so this isn't too bad. Again, I'm not a big fan of this image necessarily, so probably will end up covering that. Or honestly, what can we do? Well, it is kind of a cool page, this side, so okay, we'll leave it in there. I was thinking maybe it could become like some journaling cards or something. So, okay, those are nice. We'll cover this, keep out. Again, I can do something on this page maybe with some gesso. We'll have to cover that because it's upside down. And that isn't my favorite either, but again, it's not the end of the world. So, okay. No changes in that one. Our last signature. The other thing is, I don't like how this is ending. I'm gonna scrap this piece. Let's see. Let's do this one. Yeah, that's better. That's more secure. Okay. So we've got that there. Sorry, I keep pushing you off to the side. My camera is not centered to me, apparently. Maybe getting rid of this one. We'll see. That's cool. Very cool. I do like that, but again, I don't know. It's not special. Okay, let's scrap that one for... Should we do graph paper? Let's do that. And then we got some pockets then. Okay, I like that in the middle. Got a few more blank pages in this one. This one's cool. I like the writing on there. And that tea dyeing is amazing. Okay. That looks good. Not fantastic color-wise. We may, let's see, should we put this somewhere else? No, that'll be fine. Okay, and then we'll have to decorate this, so that'll be more interesting. Really good colors. Yeah, okay, so there's our 5 signatures, guys. Boy, this one's gonna be a big one. So the alternate type of binding that I'm going to do is like the one that I did for those cigar box journals. So I'll create a spine. It'll be a curved spine, and it'll attach with fabric to the insides of the cover, and then I'll do some stitching along the sides here so that we're not going to cover up our birds on the front and back covers. You will see stitching there, but other than that, it won't be overly noticeable. Plus, you'll get to see the really cool fabric, you know, kind of coming out, and the spine will be really cool. So, based on this, the spine of this is going to be, so that's 1.5 inches. It's going to be at least a 2-inch spine, probably more like a 2 1/4 inch spine. But I'll determine that after we've been decorating in here. So. Alright guys, well, there we go for today. It was kind of a long video, at least for me. Hopefully I'll fast forward through a lot of that. But stay tuned for more on this one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.